she had always found unsettling: a reflection in the mirror. She used to think that monsters were lurking behind the glass, waiting to drag her into another world. But as she grew older, she learned to ignore those childish fears and accept that her reflection was just a reflection. However, unlike her fear of the dark, this irrational fear of mirrors did not completely go away, no matter how hard she tried to ignore it. Every time Jennifer looked at herself in the mirror, she felt a strange sense of unease. There was something off about her reflection, something that she couldn't quite put her finger on. One day, many years later, as Jennifer was getting ready for bed, she caught a glimpse of her reflection in the bathroom mirror. She stared into her own eyes, and that's when she noticed it. Her reflection's eyes were bright blue. Jennifer blinked, thinking it was just a trick of the light. However, every time she looked into the glass, the blue-eyed reflection would appear for just a moment and then disappear, showing her real dark brown eyes. The blue-eyed reflection started appearing more frequently until it remained every time she looked at herself. At first, Jennifer thought it was just her mind playing tricks on her, but no matter how hard she blinked or rubbed her eyes, the blue-eyed reflection remained, staring back at her with those piercing blue eyes. Jennifer couldn't tear her gaze away from the mirror. She felt like she was being hypnotized, drawn into her reflection's gaze. And then, something strange started to happen. Her reflection's lips moved, but Jennifer couldn't hear any sound. She leaned closer to the mirror, trying to make out what her reflection was saying. And that's when she heard it. A voice, faint and distant, whispering her name. Jennifer stumbled back, feeling like she had been punched in the gut. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. Her reflection was talking to her, and it wasn't just a hallucination or a dream. It was real. Jennifer knew she had to get out of there. She turned away from the mirror and ran out of the bathroom, her heart pounding in her chest. She didn't sleep that night. Instead, she lay in bed, staring up at the ceiling, trying to make sense of what had just happened. The next day, Jennifer avoided the bathroom at all costs. She didn't want to risk seeing her reflection again. But that didn't stop her from feeling like she was being watched. Every time she passed a mirror or a window, she felt like someone was staring back at her. Days turned into weeks, and Jennifer's fear only grew. She couldn't escape the feeling that her reflection was alive somehow, and that it was watching her every move. Then, one night, as Jennifer was brushing her teeth, she caught a glimpse of her reflection in the mirror. But this time, it was different. Her reflection wasn't just staring back at her with those bright blue eyes. It was smiling, unlike Jennifer. She screamed and stumbled back, knocking over her toothbrush holder. As she scrambled to pick up the scattered toothbrushes and tubes of toothpaste, she heard a faint voice whispering in her ear. "Come back and play, Jennifer. Come back and play." From that day on, Jennifer never looked at her reflection again. She covered all the mirrors in her house with blankets and sheets, and even avoided walking past store windows. She knew that her reflection was waiting for her, biding its time until it could lure her back into its grasp.